Greetings viewer, it is I, Lucy Scary, and we are in this setup again, but instead of having an old sketchbook, this is actually my current sketchbook, because I had an idea, and I don't think that, I've never seen, I just threw my pencil across the room. I don't think I've seen anybody else do this, so if it's an original idea, then that's cool. I was looking through my old sketchbooks as I was in this format, you know, filming it, my exploration, when I started to realize that my style has changed a lot from back whenever I was first starting to really draw every day as a 15-year-old. And so what I thought I'd do is attempt to recreate my 15-year-old self's style and contrast it to my current style. So because I feel like I've never I have my anime style, which is the style I actually draw in, and I don't remember ever changing it, but it just seemed like over time it's evolved to be almost unrecognizable from what it originally was. So I thought it'd be nice to kind of see how far I've come in my techniques and abilities to draw. So I've got all my Sharpies from when I used to color exclusively using Sharpies. I've got some watercolors from now whenever I mostly use watercolors and an assortment of other things. And I've got my sketchbook, and I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. I'm just gonna sketch out a drawing of a character in my current style and then sketch it in my old style, or attempt to. I never drew feet or anything below the torso in my old drawings, so it's just gonna be a torso up drawing. So let's hope I can create something adequate. Decent sketch. I realized that I kind of left a lot of open space up there, but maybe I'll draw some clouds or something. So now I'm going to attempt to do it in my old style. Oh boy, this is gonna take a lot of references. I have very pointy chins. Like, all of these chins are just so pointy. And I always drew one shoulder, like way shorter than the other one. I don't think that's I didn't mean to do that, so I'm not gonna call that part of the style though. And everybody's chins were just, not chins, shoulders were just tiny. I gave Philip this is Philip by the way, his coat, but I put everybody in the exact same long sleeved shirt with just a basic collar, so I'm wondering if I should do that. It's not really a style thing, it's just more that I had no idea how to draw clothes thing, but you know what, it's so iconic, I'll just do it. But I didn't really draw hands, it was more like lumps, so. I can't tell if this is bad because it's in my old style and I'm trying to emulate a style with somebody who did not know anatomy, or if it's just bad. Alright, now onto the eyes. This is like actually painful to draw. I think that's a decent recreation of my art style from 2015. Okay, now let's move on to the inking stage, which is my least favorite part. Well, maybe I should fix the sketch a bit. It's an extremely sketchy sketch. Give me a second. Now, I won't be doing that on this because, trust me, I would have just jumped straight into lines with this part. I'm actually gonna have to cut away here because I want to actually see what I'm doing, and in order to do that, I need to put my head where the camera is, so. Oh my gosh, I forgot to give Philip glasses. Dang it. Okay, so it's not perfect, but you know, that's pretty good, I guess. But I forgot to add the glasses, so let me do that. How did I draw glasses back? Hold on, let me try to find a reference. This is the reference I'm using, by the way, because it's just, I was like, hey, that's pretty close. That can't be how I drew. Aha! That's how I used to draw glasses. I draw glasses the same way, let's be honest, y'all. Also, sorry about this piece of tape here. It's because I taped. This is actually an empty page in my sketchbook that I kept on meaning to come back to and just never did. All right, now we're gonna get to the inking, which is, I don't know if I've ever said this, but inking is always my least favorite part because this is where it goes from, ooh, I really like this sketch, it's so fluid and cool, to, oh no, what is this terrible creation that I've discovered? I'm gonna attempt to do this without getting my head in the way, but if it comes out terrible, I've had my restrictions. There's something wrong with that hand. Okay, we're gonna go with that. I don't think that shoulder is right, but you know what? We all go with it. Okay. We're gonna go with that. So let's just try to do inking in my old style now. Now, here's the real kicker. If I stay true to my old style, I can't erase any of these pencil marks. Ugh, I can't erase them. But I can't erase it over here because I erased them now. Okay, now let's attempt to add some color to this. Oh my gosh, I forgot to get brushes. Hold up. Okay, I'm back with brushes and water. So hopefully I don't spill it everywhere and ruin everything. I'm selecting the medium of watercolors, but I am by no means an expert in watercolors. It's just whenever I need to add color to things nowadays, traditionally, watercolors is my go-to. Also, I decided to do this challenge traditionally because I used to never draw digitally. I would only ever draw digitally, so it didn't really make sense for me to compare my old style traditionally to my new style. My new style digitally to my old style traditionally. While we wait for that to dry a bit, let's go over and color in the old style drawing. Now, my old way of coloring things in was strictly Sharpies. Just Sharpies until the day I die. And from what I can tell, I didn't even really color it in all the way. Like, I was too lazy to color in the hair all the way, so I would just color in like strands of the hair the color I wanted it to be. Which is actually kind of interesting. But, you know, I'm pretty sure I just did it because I was lazy. And then for the highlights, I would color it in the highlight color. But it looks like from the couple of images that I've gotten that I wouldn't even color it in the highlight color the entire way. Sometimes I just left it white, but I actually have a highlight color, so doesn't really make much sense, but that's what we're going with. This is the biggest gray Sharpie that I have, so yay. I kid you not, the scent of Sharpies from drawing this is giving me flashbacks to the hours, the literal hours I would spend in my room just drawing these characters. Great memories. Again, I have the color in small Sharpie form, but not big Sharpie form, so let's suffer some more. So I'm not sure entirely how much of that got cut off because somebody called me, which automatically turned off the recording, and when the call finally ended, I looked down and it said that I was out of storage, so I don't know how much was recorded. I'll just say everything again. Whenever I don't really do backgrounds in my old style, So, but whenever and I don't really do it in my new style either, but whenever I want to make a character stand out, I just put a wash of color behind them, and I'm trying to think if I would have done anything in my old style. I guess by the rules, I cannot do anything to my new style, but it is time to eat. So I'm gonna go do that, and whenever I come back, I will finish up the shading and lights on the sparkles on him. But this old style is just done, so I will see y'all in a couple hours. Okay, and we are back, and as you can see, I added a little bit more shading to Philip, and of course the light marks, which is my favorite part of any drawing. It's kind of make or break, like with the inking, but it's kind of a fun make or break. Here's the finished illustration, my current style versus my old style. It's kind of funny because when I showed this to my siblings, they actually thought that that was just an old drawing that I've gotten and just stuck it inside of my sketchbook. They didn't realize that I just now drew this. And honestly, I am shocked at how well I was able to emulate my old style, and that is not by any means a good thing to be able to emulate. But I don't know exactly what the science behind it is, but I think that since I did used to draw that way, that my brain was somehow able to remember how to draw that poorly and how to draw like that. So whenever I started drawing like that again, it was just like, oh, we're doing this again, and was able to just switch over to that, which is kind of scary to think about. But I do think that there is a definite difference in my style. As you can see, the way I draw eyes is still a bit similar, and of course the way I draw glass is the same. Like, you can see elements of the same, like the way I draw hair is still very similar, and the way I draw necks and stuff is still similar, but like, you can see how this is just a progression of that. And I think that's really cool. So let me know what y'all think. If y'all wanna do this challenge, I challenge you to try to draw in your old style and see if anybody else can fall back into their old terrible ways like I was able to. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. I guess subscribe if you want to see more crazy things like this. And yeah, that's all. I'll see y'all next time. Bye!